Hello, West Michigan. You are watching Alive and Well. Tonight we are at Reeths-Puffer Middle School, where they're going to host an ADD ADHD Parental Support Group. This is the kickoff event, and the hostess, Lanelle Hanly, who is an AmeriCorps here at Reeths-Puffer Middle School, put this event together as her legacy project. So really looking forward to some great information about ADD and ADHD. It's a prominent issue with students in schools these days, and adults also suffer from this issue. So we have some specialists, Dr. Mary Dagan. We have Heather from Shoreline Wellness, a nutritionist, and who is going to talk about some holistic approaches to how you can help your child with ADD and ADHD. And with me now is Lanelle Hanly. Hi, Lanelle.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Great. Well, tell me a little bit about what made you decide to put this event together.
Well, my position here at Reeths-Puffer Schools is I'm a community health navigator through AmeriCorps, and as I've been attending different meetings around the school, this issue keeps reoccurring. Kids with ADD and ADHD, it is on the rise, and so I started making some calls and found out that there are no support groups in the area. So I thought this would be a great start to present some information and see if there's some interest in forming a support group.
That's great. I do know that as an AmeriCorps member, you have to do a legacy project. So this is your legacy project. And tell us a little bit about what an AmeriCorps legacy project is.
Okay, a legacy project is something that I can start, but when my year of the grant is up, there will be somebody here to continue it on. So if we get some strong support tonight, interest in the support group, this summer we'll be working on putting together an ongoing support group that can carry on after I'm gone.
Yeah, that is wonderful. And when we say ADD and ADHD, that's actually attention deficit disorder and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, and I say a panelist of specialists because we don't really have a panel of experts. There really aren't experts in this field. They're still doing a lot of studies. Is that correct?
Correct, yes. And they're really trying to figure out why it is on the rise. Right now, the CDC is saying that there's 7.8% of our kids are diagnosed with ADD, ADHD. And over the last decade, that's an increase of 25%. So, you know, we need to start looking at the cause. Why is it on the rise? So that, you know, we might be talking about some of those things tonight with some of our panel.
That's good. I know there's a lot of theories on this. I also know that the Family Resource Centers that from Department of Human Services, they have outreach places at most of the schools now where they meet regularly. And I know that this is also an issue that they see repeatedly. And you attend some of those meetings, correct?
Yes, I do, and it was watching some of the parents there that were just struggling with their kids that really inspired me to put this together.
Yeah, it's a great thing, and I think there is a big need for it. I am the parent of an adult child with ADHD, and they didn't diagnose it as successfully. He's in his 30s. My youngest son was diagnosed with ADD, and I believe I myself definitely had ADD, but back in the 60s, when I was a child. Had they diagnosed it back then, you just went into special ed and that's all they did. Now there's so many other methods, and of course a child with ADD or ADHD is not necessarily in need of any special ed services. They might be in need of special services, but they are usually very bright students. Yes, not that I was real bright, but I definitely had that problem with attention. And the teachers back in those days would say, well, she daydreams a lot. You know, the boys, they would all send them outside to run around the track. Right. But the little girls, you know, she daydreams, she talks too much, she's not focused, and we're learning so many different things now. I know that we both attended action-based learning, which I think might help students with ADD and ADHD. And that could be a whole nother subject. But yeah, who are your panelists tonight?
Tonight we're going to have Dr. Mary Dagan from West Shore Family Practice here, Simeon Frang, who is the middle school principal here at Reeths-Puffer, Heather David, who is the owner of Shoreline Natural Wellness, will be here tonight speaking about diet, nutrition, and exercise. And then we have an adult here who has ADHD and also has a daughter with ADHD. This is an issue that presents and it continues on across a lifespan. So I thought we put together an interesting mix tonight.
It is an interesting mix, and it'll be really good to hear from somebody else firsthand how they have lived with this and what they do. You know, is medication always the answer? I don't think it is. So it's nice to hear some other views, and also the nutritional view, because there's a lot of studies recently that it's linked to nutrition, allergies, several things. So
correct.
thank you so much for putting this together.
Thank you.